guys, it's Sam, and today I want to talk about female friendships. So, I have been meaning to do this video for a while now, actually. It keeps coming up in other discussion videos. It was discussed a little bit in my book chat about romantic plot lines, because a lot of people were saying, like, they want more friendships in books, and I completely agree. Then it came up again in the Throne of Glass discussion, because I need more lady friendships in that story, and then came up again in the Tom Hanks book tag when I actually thought of a question, a bonus question for it, related to female friendships, and I couldn't even really think of one, especially in YA. And then I got mad, and now I want to talk about it with all of you guys. So when thinking about this, I tried to even kind of go back and try to think of really good female friendships within books, and I really can't think of any. Like, at all. Like, it's really hard to think of some. I actually used in my book tag question the Alice and Bella friendship from Twilight, and that's a book series that I read about 8 years ago, and isn't even the greatest friendship. Obviously, the overarching theme in those books is romance. The only other young adult series I could kind of think of recently is actually The Kiss of Deception by Mary E. Pearson. The main character and her best friend are a main plot point within the first part of the book, but they still aren't ones that stick out in my head very much because we've only had the one book with them, and I'm worried that the romantic plotline is going to overshadow the female friendship in there. So I can't really call this one good quite yet because there is still some more to be seen down the road. But there's really not any books that I can think of where the friendship is the main focus or a main focus at all. It's always very much a side note, especially if it's a friendship between two women. It's always kind of thrown in there randomly and not discussed as much. You don't get really a ton of backstory. You don't feel for the friendship the way you feel for the romance in books. And that's something that makes me very upset because I am somebody who deeply values my female friendships. I honestly feel like my female friends are kind of like my soulmates. Like, we understand each other on a deeper level. My two best female friends I have been friends with for almost 10 years now, which is a crazy amount of time and is something that I've never had with a guy friend. And I think that the guy friends are on a different level. I can actually think of a couple friendships within YA book series where there is a guy and a girl who are really good friends. And that's something that doesn't happen very often either, but it's happened a little more frequently. Kenji and Juliet from the Shatter Me series and Roar and Arya from the Under the Never Sky trilogy are two that I can think of off the top of my head. Also, even the Harry Potter series with Hermione and Harry. Those are all really solid, non-romantic at all friendships. And I really enjoy all of those platonic friendships. I want to see more of that between people of opposite genders. I think that's really awesome. But where are our female friendships, especially in YA books? Why are they discounted? Why are they thrown under the rug? Why are they swept away? Why is the female friendship only there when the main girl character needs to talk about her love interest? These are all problems with me. So there's actually a kind of test. It's a sociological test called the Bechdel test, and that is, are there two women in a story? Do they have names? And do they speak to each other about something other than men? These are the kind of the criteria for this test. And it's just a test to see if it's kind of feminist and if a story revolves around men or not. And I cannot really think of any book series with those factors, especially for YA. And that is very unsettling. And it makes me very upset. Now, I know there are a few book series that I haven't read yet. I know that the Vampire Academy series is supposed to be really good on the female friendship front. I'm not sure if they talk about anything other than the dudes in there, because I know there's a lot of romance in those books as well. But I haven't read it yet, so I can't talk about that one. I've heard of a few other series in there that are supposed to have really strong female friendships, but overall, I don't hear a ton about them. And like I said, even in like contemporary and stuff like that, you just have these female friends who are only in there when the girl needs to talk about her love interest, or only disappear when the girl gets too absorbed in her love interest, or whatever. And I don't like that. My female friendships are very, very important to me, but as a younger teenager, I didn't have a ton of female friendships because I fell into the very typical mindset of girls are drama, boys are so much better than girls. I have guy friends because I'm not dramatic, I'm different, I'm not like other girls. it makes me physically sick to think that that is how I used to act. And I know that that's something that a lot of girls do and that we're taught to do by society and by the media that we are ingesting, because we don't see it modeled to us. We see a lot of slut shaming in books, we see a lot of female competition, we see a lot of I'm a special snowflake, we see a lot of you're not like other girls, and that is not okay. And I need authors to step it up and to realize that that is not cool, and that that is not how the world works, and that female friendships are some of the strongest friendships that you will see, and why don't we have more of them modeled to us? I was actually even trying to think of some TV shows that might have this, and the TV shows actually came up a little better than the books, not by much, but I remember one of my favorite TV shows growing up was Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And Buffy and Willow's friendship in Buffy the Vampire Slayer is a fairly strong friendship. I think that was a very good indicator of a friendship, but it oftentimes does get overshadowed by the romances, and even in later seasons when they are both with different people, those relationships, those romantic relationships, become more important than Buffy and Willow's friendship, and that is very unsettling. But one series that I could think of where the female friendships are amazing is Grey's Anatomy. I love Grey's Anatomy, and I will defend Grey's Anatomy to the death because it is amazing. But Christina and Meredith from Grey's Anatomy have the perfect female friendship. They refer to each other as the other one's person. They are kind of soulmates, basically. They both have romantic relationships. They both are straight women, and they are in relationships with men, but they are each other's soulmate. And that is perfect, and nothing really gets between them. They have fights like every normal friendship does, but they remain really good friends. They understand each other. They are there for each other. They don't only talk about the dudes in their lives. They are supportive of each other's careers. It is everything. But that also is an adult show. It is not a young adult show. So on young adult shows, you don't see it quite as much. Vampire Diaries isn't awful, or wasn't awful. It's gotten worse in recent years, actually, with the just talking about the boys, and the relationship between Caroline and Elena is not my favorite, actually, because of Caroline being super unsupportive of her all the time. But it is there. But as I'm saying, again, the TV shows aren't really that good either. Are you a spider? I'm gonna be really upset if you're a spider. I hope you're a fly. So what I need authors and the general media to do is to stop the female competition. Stop pitting females against one another. Stop making our characters slut shame other women. Stop saying how your protagonist is so much different than other girls. Stop it. Stop it. I want female friendships. I want solid female friendships. I want female friendships that are a main theme of the story and aren't just pushed aside for the romantic plot lines. I want solid female friendships. For example, Throne of Glass, although I'm a very big fan of you right now, I need you to give me some friends that are female for Celaena Sardathian. I need it. Don't bring me any more boy characters. I love the boy characters that are in there, but I don't want them anymore. I need more females. Bring them to me right now. I need Celaena to have a female best friend. I need it. I need it. So what I would love you guys to do is to comment down below and let me know of some books that have really strong female friendships in them. Any books that have really strong female friendships in there. Adult, young adult, I would love to see more in the young adult genre, obviously, because that is a genre that I've not seen a ton from recently. But really any, I would love to know some, because I am getting disgusted with the lack of female friendships in books. So let me know all about your favorite female friendships within books, movies, TV shows, whatever. I would love to know what some of yours are. And again, comment down below and let me know some recommendations for some book series, because I need some more lady friendships. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see all of you guys soon. Bye!